Tuesday, June 8th. I'm Kat. I'm here at the Soul Sister channel with your astrological forecast for today. Let's get started by becoming balanced and aligned and connected to our higher selves by taking our 3 deep cleansing breaths. Let's take our first one. On this first deep cleansing breath, we're releasing all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our physical etheric bodies. Second breath. On this second breath, we're releasing all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our emotional astral bodies. Third breath. On this third breath, we're releasing all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our mental bodies, both higher and lower. We're able to visualize all the negativity leaving our bodies. It's flowing all out and going right back to where it came from. And in its place, we're being filled by this beautiful white light that fills our entire body and then goes out and forms a protective bubble around us. And this bubble is deflecting all evil, low vibration, and negativity right back to its source, right back to where it came from. Now, while we are in this beautiful space of white light, let's say our Gemini affirmation of connecting with our higher self. This is the affirmation. I am connected with my higher self. Together we create the life I want. Now we're going to say this together and then we're going to visualize ourselves in this white light for 5 seconds. Let's say it together. I am connected with my higher self. Together we create the life I want. 4, 3, 2, 1. Wonderful. Now, just as a gentle reminder, we do have a physical etheric body. So we have this physical thing here that we get around in, move around in. We can see, touch, feel. But then we have an energetic body that goes out about 3 feet beyond our physical bodies. We have an emotional body, which is our feelings. We're familiar with that. We're not maybe so familiar with our astral body, but it is where we go when we dream. And it holds all thought, whether positive or negative, or it's all there. So we want to make sure we have that part of ourselves cleared out of all negativity. Then we have a lower and higher mental body. The lower mental body is our brain processor, taking care of the information, processing data and information. Our higher brain is where we meet our higher self. It's where we find our intuition and our wisdom. So if we're moving from wisdom, we know we are connected with our higher self. So today's Tuesday. We did have a little fun yesterday. I hope we took that energy and really had some good food, listened to good music, and maybe had some good sex or something. Today, we have to get a little bit back into work. We do have the moon is in Gemini now. So the feeling is all about communication and being able to communicate our thoughts and feelings. So while we are working on these issues of what foundations we need to secure a little bit better, what parts of our lives we're not being responsible for yet, where we're trying to figure out when we're trying to get a handle on why our partnership isn't working. Maybe our job is we're stagnating. This moon in Gemini is a great time to work on these issues by journaling, by writing down our thoughts and feelings. It's also a great time for counseling. If we are in a partnership situation and we just aren't getting anywhere, it's a great time to bring in an objective perspective that can neutrally look at the issues and help both of you figure out the way we can be on the same page again together. So it's a great time for that. So communicate, journal, Get some counseling if that's on, can get some counseling for ourselves too, man. If we're stuck and we can't get out, it's always nice to check in with someone who's objective. It's always good to get that objective perspective. So don't ever forget that resource if you need to use it. So that's today. We do have a voided course today before the moon goes into Gemini. I want to take a disclaimer on it. We shouldn't be signing any contracts or starting anything new right now while Mercury is retrograde, and it's going to be retrograde until June 22nd. If we have to start something new, if we have to sign a contract, make sure we know what we're signing. Make sure the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed. We've looked at everything. We've looked at all the fine print. Also, we do have the moon of void of course. I kind of went off track, but the moon is void of course today from 8 a.m. until almost noon Eastern Daylight Time. That's a double whammy. Not only is Mercury retrograde, but with the moon void of course from 8 a.m. until noon, don't do it. I don't know. Get sick, take a sick day or something. But between 8 and noon, Eastern Daylight Time, I would not sign anything if I didn't have to. That's my advice for today. We might find ourselves with that moon in Gemini, we might find ourselves a little scattered. We might find ourselves a little restless today. We might find ourselves a little chatty. So, we might want to hang out with some friends or have a nice, good conversation with our partner. So just be aware of that energy. And some of us too are just looking for doing something a little different today. Nothing grandiose. It's not a Uranus energy. It's a Gemini energy. So something just a little bit different. So we go to Burger King instead of, I was going to say Burger Chef. Oh my gosh. Who has heard of Burger Chef? That takes me way. Now you're going to know how old I am, right? Burger King was not what I meant to say. I crack myself up sometimes. Okay, universe, maybe they can crack us up too today on this Tuesday. What advice does the universe have to offer us today? Journey by moonlight. I'm going to tell you what, you guys, it's really dark in our closet, isn't it? We got to feel our way through this stuff. We got to look at our feelings. We have to follow our feelings objectively, compassionately. We can't beat ourselves up over it, and see exactly where they're coming from. Why aren't we feeling fulfilled in our relationship, whether that's personal, whether that's with our job or our boss or whatever it is? We have to figure out, we can't see, and a great aid, a great resource here for us today, higher self. Our higher self has a light that will shine on everything for us. Oh yes, wondrous universe. We got so much support out there. We have no idea. I want to tell you this crazy little story. It's a great story though. I want us to just consider for a moment, just a moment, that we have to work really hard to get a ride on this planet Earth. We have to be pretty outstanding beings to get here. So it's pretty incredible that you're here today, that I'm here today. We had to beat out a lot of other souls to get here, especially during this big transition of energy. We actually chose it. Think about that for a minute. Think about how instead of life in the physical life, some people talk about a prison, and it is a prison in some way. For our soul, for our higher self, it is a little bit of a prison because we can't experience the fullness of our spirituality while in this body. But it's a privilege to be here. It's a privilege to have a life on this earth. I want us to be grateful for that today. No matter where we are, no matter how many skeletons we have in our closet, it's a wondrous universe. It's a wondrous universe. Be grateful for it. Ha! Joy and delight. It's a wondrous universe. We have so much support. We have no idea. We have no idea of the spiritual support that each one of us has just to make it through this life journey. All we got to do is tap into it because it's a wondrous universe. Let's be grateful for that today on this Tuesday. Let's embrace it and let's be grateful for whatever we need to be grateful for, whatever we can come up with. Come see me at facebook.com if you'd like. I do daily inspirational messages there. And if you like what you see today on my channel, please like, subscribe, and share. I would greatly appreciate it. It really supports me and my joy of doing what I'm doing. Remember the keynote of this channel, life is lived from the inside out. Happy Tuesday. Namaste.